Welcome to the Businessmen and Women of Color podcast. I am your host, Ann Alston, and it is my pleasure to bring quality programs to all of you. I am so excited once again to be back with another amazing speaker and author who is here to share about her books and her accomplishments and why she does what she does. So I want to also encourage everybody to please listen to all of the podcasts that are going to be listed on the website this year. All of these great, amazing people, and I'm going to say amazing a lot because they are amazing. They have a lot of good information that you don't want to miss, so please take advantage of this unique opportunity. Just in case you did not know, the purpose of the Businessmen and Women of Color podcast is to share industry information and to encourage career seekers to also want to be in that line of work. So if you're thinking about any of the industries that are being displayed here on the website, please reach out to them and ask questions. They are here to help serve you. I would also like to take a moment to thank our corporate partners and sponsors, our family of authors, Butler Armstead Consulting Solutions, Human Resource Learning Center, J&F Enterprises, and Women Offering Wealth, along with our business partners and sponsors that's helping to make this event a success. So today I have another, like I said, amazing speaker and author, and this is one of my favorite podcast moments where we get to sit down and be in the Authors Cafe and talk about the new publications that have come out and also get to learn more about our local authors. So today I want to introduce to the podcast Sharon Porter. She's a DC Washingtonian, yay for DC, and she's also the CEO and founder of Perfect Time SHP LLC, coaching and consulting firm. She's also the founder of GRIND, which is an acronym, Entrepreneur Networking Forum for Entrepreneurs. She is also the author of several books entitled Next in Line to Lead book series and contributing author of MLM book, The Business of the 21st Century, Women on a Mission, Sisterhood of Stories, and 3 P's of Success, Purpose, Passion, and Profit. So for 25 years, Sharon has been an educator. She currently serves as the leadership development coach for novice principals and assistant principals. And she also coordinates an induction program for first and second year assistant principals in the larger urban school districts. She was formerly an elementary and middle school principal, so this is where her passion has come from. So she also has a Bachelor's of Science in Elementary Education at Winston-Salem State University. She also has a Master's of Education in Curriculum and Instruction at National Louis University, Administration and Supervision Postgraduate Certificate at Johns Hopkins, and a host of other different degrees and certifications that she's gained over the years. So I would like to welcome Sharon to the podcast. Sharon, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So Sharon, when you reached out to me and you told me about your MLM book for the 21st century, I was like, okay, what is that? That is definitely unique. I think that that will be an awesome addition to the podcast. And so I want you to kind of give us a spiel about your background. How did you get into education and why did you go that route?
Okay, well, first of all, as you said, I'm really a education for over 25 years, and it really started actually in my fourth grade classroom. And I had a wonderful, exceptional fourth grade teacher, and I made up in my mind in fourth grade that I was going to be a teacher, and that's exactly what I did. And so I've been in education for the last 25 years, and absolutely, absolutely love it.
Okay, so you were able to get this passion in the fourth grade. What was it in the fourth grade that just clicked with you and say, okay, this is what I want to do? Because most fourth graders don't even know who they are half the time. What was it in the fourth grade that clicked in your mind that that's what you wanted to do and this was your purpose?
And it was actually just a very astounding teacher that really took the time with us. And I'm originally from North Carolina. Not sure if you can hear that Southern accent,
I
but
can
I'm
hear
originally.
it.
So I'm originally from North Carolina, and I was actually that was when, of course, busing was very prevalent in schools, and so my community, we were actually bused way across town, and so we were a very few minority students in the school where I was. It was a new school, majority white school. And so it was very interesting because and this was a Caucasian teacher who just really took the time. And I really felt that she cared for me. And she actually had a daughter who was the same grade as I was, and we became very good friends. So I spent a lot of time with them, birthday parties and so on and so forth. And so it was really just her thoughtfulness and her caring and how she actually delivered her instruction that truly inspired me to say right there in her class. And honestly, I can remember the moment. She was actually reading a book, The Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing by Judy Blume. We were sitting on the floor, and I said to myself, I'm going to be a fourth grade teacher. And that's just what I stuck with all through the years.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. For you to want to be a fourth grade teacher. I'll see. What was I doing in the fourth grade? I think the fourth grade I was singing, and I think that's where I said I wanted to be a singer in the fourth
Okay.
grade. So, I can kind of see that now that you kind of broke it down to me. So fast forward into when you became an adult. Okay.
Okay.
Was that passion still there to become obviously it is, but I just kind of want to get a sense because we have a lot of career seekers out there who really love
Yes.
education. And so what I want to do is encourage them to, see what you saw in terms
Exactly.
of why you really pursued being an educator, which led to writing your books.
Okay. So actually, I'm a developer by nature. I love developing individuals, and that is part of a teacher, really, is helping transform and develop the students. And so, in my pursuit of education, as I went back to school, and then, you have educational leaders that actually tap you for administration. And so, it went on from there. I held many positions in my school district before actually becoming an administrator because I wasn't always sure that's what I wanted to do. But after teaching, after working in central office, doing several things, I became an assistant principal. And in that position, I really got the taste of leadership. And I said, yes, this is definitely for me. And so I went on to be a district administrator and then ultimately a principal for 9 years in elementary and middle school. And so that was actually the turning point for me. And just 3 years ago, I was tapped to become a leadership development coach, which now I actually coach new principals and new assistant principals. So I am really living my dream
Wow, that's
in
fantastic, Sharon. So
education.
let me ask you a question. What does it really take to be a school principal? What does one have to do in order to get there? Because there are a lot of educators out there, and I'm pretty sure some of them want to be a principal. But if they don't know, what are some of the things they should know?
Well, first of all, you definitely have to be a servant leader. I cannot say that enough. So many people, assistant principals especially, they think that when they become a principal, that is it. They are it. And that is not it at all. You are a servant leader. You are there to serve the people, your students, your staff, your community, all of the stakeholders. And that is so important to know that if you're not willing to serve, principalship is not for you. And so if you are there to really put the children's best interests in front of all the adult needs, because I tell you, when you become a principal, you will find that adult needs will take over, but you have to put things in perspective and you have to make sure that everyone knows that this is the business that we're in educating children and their interests comes first. And so really, if you have that passion to serve and that passion to lead and develop, then principalship just might be for you.
Wow. Okay, great. Okay, so now you're a principal, you've been tapped for leadership, and then all of a sudden you decided, I'm going to write a book.
Well,
Where did that come from? Because that
it
sounds like two different things.
I'm gonna tell you, it actually came, and it's so funny that you actually was interested in this MLM book, which is multi-level marketing. I joined a company, I guess about 3 years ago, maybe 2 to 3 years ago, and it sparked my interest so much in developing. I was just blown away. And this was not my first time in multi-level marketing. I had been in several other companies for MLM, but this particular company, Ann, it did something for me. I'm talking professional, personal development, all of that. It inspired me to do things that I never even imagined that I would be doing. That is the reason why I even launched my coaching business, Perfect Time. That's why I created the Grind Entrepreneur Network. I got really involved with all of the entrepreneurs in my circle. And then finally, I wrote a book about my journey into MLM. And that's how it all started. And
So,
it
so,
was
so let me interrupt you for a second. So, what exactly is MLM? Well, I mean, for people who are listening, they might not know what that really means. Can you just break it down what that really
absolutely.
means?
Absolutely. MLM is multi-level marketing. It's what you consider network marketing. It's just like your Avons, your Mary Kays, all of those things like that. And so it's a networking marketing industry which really has a bad rap in society because people don't understand it. People associate it with schemes, pyramid schemes. You've heard of those. And so when you don't understand what the business is, then you will definitely have a negative perception of the business of MLM is what we call it, the multi-level marketing. But truly, if you attach yourself to a company where you believe in the products and you believe in the message that the company is putting forth, then there is nothing you can do. I actually used the funds that I was making from multi-level marketing to launch my businesses. I actually have a brick and mortar for my coaching business that I've been trying to do for years. And so I've actually used the funds that I actually made from that to establish those things. And so I am just indebted to the industry
Wow.
of
Okay.
multi-level marketing.
Yeah,
Totally
I'm
indebted.
gonna tell you, years ago, I was out, somebody brought me into a form of multi-level marketing, which I guess at that time it was the pyramid. A lot of people made money. A friend of mine made money. Other people made money. I never was able to make money. I
Right.
actually believed in the products. I believed in what they were, but I think it's important for everybody to know that this type of thing is not for everybody, and you really
Exactly.
have to have an understanding of what it is that you're investing in. So if you're not having a 100% to sell that product, or you're not having a 100% to support whatever's going on
Absolutely.
in that industry, you're not going to go far. And it's not that I didn't have the 100%. I think for me, they were looking for resources that I didn't have. So if you
Mm,
don't have resources to bring to the table, that's another aspect that you got to
mhm,
consider with this type of thing. And you have to really understand the difference between what she's saying is the pyramid versus the
mhm.
MLM. And so
Absolutely.
and so when you're talking about the 21st century, is it talking about how things have changed from the past, as I was saying, or is it just a different concept that you're trying to make a point on?
No, that's exactly what it's saying. It is not your regular. And the thing about it, though, and what people fail to realize is that in any industry that you have, any uh, company or organization, you are not going to find everybody who's on the up and up necessarily. And so that's what it really is talking about, that you have all of these major individuals in these leading companies. And like you said, it's not for everyone. And that's what people don't understand. And so, the business of the 21st century, when you find that passion for whatever that product is that your company is selling, and you're able to make those connections, because it's all about connecting and development. When you find those things and put those things together, and you have the time to put into it, then you're able to move forward in that company. But like I said, for me, the MLM business was not my end all. That just opened doors for me. If you understand what I'm saying, that was the beginning for me. I actually birthed several businesses just from my affiliation of that, just because of the development that I received and the encouragement and the support that I received. It gave me confidence, and I actually talk about that in one of my books, Overcoming Self-Doubt, because I didn't even realize that I didn't have the confidence that I needed. But being in surrounded in this environment and getting the development, I was able to do things that I never thought I would do. I'm in right now 8 books, and 8 books, and creating my very first one on my own
Okay.
as we speak. So
Wow,
it
I
just
didn't know you
really,
had 8 books. I know by your bio you have several books, but I
I
didn't know
do,
you
yeah.
had 8 books. That's
I
phenomenal.
contributed to 8 books, absolutely. But that's all because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
yes, yes,
Wow. Okay. So basically everybody you heard what she said, right? You have to embrace your passion, and as Sharon eloquently, I'm gonna get the word right, eloquently stated that she literally took it to a next level, because what she's saying in a nutshell is that every opportunity that she had, she literally took it and created something from it. And that's what entrepreneurs do. That's what people who empower does. And that's what, a lot of authors do. They take an idea and they turn it into something visual and
mm,
tangible that you can use. And so for anybody who's a business owner, if you have something that you're trying to produce out there, you have to take note of Sharon. So that's why her contact information is on this page. So you need to make sure you contact her, because obviously she has the 411 on developing, right? So tell
that's
us
right.
about this other book that you did. I'm interested in hearing about that, plus grind, plus anything else you got going on there, because you got 8 books.
I do. I have contributed to 8, and the next in line to lead, which I shared with you before. That's the first one that I've actually created. That only my name will be at the front of the book. So I'm so excited about that one. And that one is definitely aligned with my 9 to 5 profession. I actually feature 9 assistant principals who aspire to become principals, and so that's part of my coaching that I do in Perfect Time is coach through leadership development. And so these 9 assistant principals from California, Texas, New Jersey, South Carolina, Georgia, 2 from Maryland have come together. I sat and interviewed them and really touched on what are they doing to prepare themselves to become assistant principals. And this stemmed from from my dissertation. My dissertation was on principal preparation. And so this is an outset of that. And so it's going to be phenomenal. I have a wonderful forward contributor who is a leading education and author himself. I am so excited about this book, and it's actually the start of a book series that
And
I
what's
will
the name
have.
of that book again? And what's the name of that book?
That Yes, that one is next in line to
Next in
lead.
line.
So,
Next in line to lead. All right, assistant
yes,
principals, you heard it. Next in
yes.
line. Next in line. You got to get that, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, Sharon. I say this in all my podcasts. I'm encouraging everybody to go out and buy these books. They're not that expensive. You can go out there and get these books and use these tools to help you get to the next level.
That's exactly right. And if I can just say, with the extension of my dissertation, because this was a 3 year, in this doctoral program at Howard University, and I actually am going to defend, very soon. And so I will actually be Dr. Sharon H. Porter. And it's really even not the title that I'm excited about. It's about the journey that I took to get there. And that book, Next in Line to Lead, really represents all of that hard work and that research that I conducted over the 3 years. So I'm really excited about that. And assistant principals are coming from everywhere, reaching out to me because they have a voice. And if you don't know, the assistant principal position is one that you don't readily hear about. You hear teachers, you hear principals, but oftentimes the assistant principals are not getting the just due that I feel that they deserve. And so I'm giving them their voice through this book.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful and wonderful, and congratulations on getting this far to
Thank
go get a doctor's degree, because that right there, to me, is the ultimate. I thought my getting a master's degree was the ultimate, but getting a PhD degree, to me, that's the ultimate. And just the fact that you're coming back, you're paying it forward to help other teachers who want to be either a principal or assistant principal is definitely something that everybody should seek you out for, because that's how we help people get where they need to be. That's how we pay it forward. And I really want to applaud you for that.
thank you.
So what are so tell us about Grind. What is exactly is Grind?
Yes, so the Grind Entrepreneur Network is an online forum where I actually support, I highlight entrepreneur. We have a entrepreneur highlight spotlight each month. And so and that came out of, again, when I became in the MLM industry, I really didn't feel that support in the beginning. And so I just thought to myself, I would just love to get out here and support those entrepreneurs who are on their grind. You know, make sure everyone knows about their events, spotlight them, let people know about them. And so that's exactly what I do. In my private group for the Grind Entrepreneur, I actually assist 5 to 9, what I call our 5 to 9 entrepreneurs, those who have full-time positions working 9 to 5 and want to launch a business, just need some support and guidance. So I coach those individuals in getting them started while maintaining their 9 to 5 career. It's a hard thing to get started when you are trying to work your 9 to 5, because everybody is not necessarily trying to quit their job. And so I'm one of those individuals, and I just found it a gap of information for people like me who work all day, can't go to the mixers during the day, can't watch the webinars, can't do all this stuff during the day, but we're grinding after we get off that 9 to 5. And so that's my specialty, and that's who I focus on, those 5 to 9 entrepreneurs, helping them get started and get moving so they can launch their own business as they keep their 9 to 5 positions. So
Right.
that's all the grind does.
Right. Okay. That sounds great. I'm glad you created that, and that's probably in parallel what I'm doing to help the small businesses. I'm one of those 9 to 5s and come home and grind. You
That's
know,
it.
but
Exactly.
sometimes it's fulfilling. To have both things going on. And there's a lot of people who just don't want to do the 9 to 5, as you said. They want to really get out
Right.
there and do their thing. And I think this is a good platform to have them come and connect with people who have been able to overcome that and get out there, and then they get to share information that is so badly needed. A lot of us are sitting back and holding on to stuff, and we need to do a better job in sharing, especially in the African American
Mm,
community. We have to, get out of that mindset that, okay, I'm just going to do mine and let everybody do theirs. There's enough work for everybody. There's enough
that's
work for
right.
everybody, and I think we're stronger together. So I applaud you for that, and I want you to keep on grinding. Just keep on
Thank
grinding,
you.
because I think everybody's grinding, and whether they working 9 to 5 or not, they
That's
grinding
the
all
truth.
day.
Yes, that's
So,
right.
so let me ask you, Sharon, what do you need as a small business to help you thrive? This is a networking event. You have all these people listening in to learn more about your book and all the things that you're providing for small businesses and principals. What do you need to thrive?
Well, I definitely love for individuals to be open and engaged. We use social media, and it's definitely helped all of us. It has really changed the game. Social media has. And so I really just want to ask individuals to be involved, be engaged, share information, whether it's my information or someone else's, because it may not benefit you or even interest you, but certainly somewhere in your circle, there are people who are waiting for the information that's out there. And so we all can be a part of that. And I think you actually alluded to that. You want to keep stuff to yourself. We can't help each other by doing that. And that's one of the things that I make sure anytime that I see anything, I'm tagging someone else, because I know, and I have a mental block, I keep it there. I'm like, this can help this person. And so for me, and it's not, and when I say for me, I mean for every person out there, when you see an entrepreneur or a small business out there sharing their information, do think about who needs it in your circle. And if it's not you, then certainly you can share the information. Sharing is caring. And I truly believe that. And if you look on my Instagram for Grind, you're going to find everybody's information on my Grind. They don't know what it's about. They can find any information on the Grind Entrepreneur, because if I find it and it comes to me, I'm going to share it. And I make a point to do that. And so that's what I would just say. Just share the information from your fellow entrepreneurs. We're not competing. If we work together, collaboration is beautiful. And so if we come together to do that, then we all win. And we all certainly can win. So
That's right.
that's
That's right. That's right. Sharing is caring. And for me, sharing your knowledge can change and enhance a life. It can. It
Mm.
absolutely can do that. And we all win, just like you said. And it's so true. So I want everybody to please just make sure you take all this information in. If you feel moved about this podcast, please reach out to Sharon. Her information is on the bottom of this page. Make sure you go to each and every page and listen to all the podcasts, because you never know what piece of information may fall within your circle, as Sharon said, because we all need to, even if we've been doing business for many, many years, you can always learn something from someone else. You can always use a tool that someone has developed that can help you with your situation. So I want to encourage everybody to do that. So, Sharon, I want to thank you for being on the podcast today and sharing all of your information. I'm definitely inspired listening to you and wanting to further educate, because I love to educate. I love to teach. I may not want to be a principal, however, because I've already had my kids, they grown up now. But I love to teach children, and I want to also encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, keep writing those books, and keep going out there and really letting people know that you can take something that you're working towards and really develop it into something really beautiful. So thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you.